Snow White. Once upon a time, there lived a beautiful princess. She had skin as white as snow, so she was called Snow White. Snow White's mother had passed away, and now she lived with her father and her stepmother in a castle. As Snow White grew, she became more beautiful. The queen, who prided herself on her beauty, hung a magical mirror on her wall. She would ask the mirror every day, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest one of all?" "It is Snow White, my queen." "What's this? Snow White more beautiful than me?" The queen was so overtaken by jealousy that she ordered a servant to kill Snow White. The servant took Snow White to the forest. The servant told Snow White that he could not kill someone so pure. "Run away somewhere far and never ever return to this place." Snow White was left all alone in the forest. "Oh, what should I do? I cannot go back to the castle." The animals all felt bad for Snow White. Snow White cried as she walked, and then she came upon a small house in the forest. "What a cute house! Is anybody home?" Snow White entered the house and looked around. Inside, she saw a small table, some small chairs, and at the far end, there were 7 small beds. Snow White was so tired from crying that she decided to rest for a bit. She lay down on the 7 small beds and fell asleep. As the sun was setting, there came some happy voices. "I'm home." "You're finally home. I was waiting for you." "Ha ha ha, what are you talking about?" "We all just got home." The owners of the little house, the 7 dwarfs, were back. "Hey, guys, there's someone sleeping in our beds." The dwarfs all came around the bed. "It's a pretty girl." With all the talking, Snow White woke up. "Oh, I'm sorry to have come in without your permission." "Where's your home?"
I have no home to return to.
The dwarfs felt sorry for Snow White as she told her sad story.
Then you could stay here and live with us.
And this is how Snow White came to live with the 7 dwarfs. The next morning, Snow White wanted to do something nice for the 7 dwarfs and decided to clean the house and cook food for them. The animals came to help her.
Snow White, we have to go to work now. We'll be home later.
All the dwarfs left to go to work. At the castle, the queen again asked the magic mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest one of all? It is Snow White, my queen. What did you just say? The queen realized that Snow White was not dead and smashed the magic mirror out of rage. The next day, the queen disguised herself as an old lady who sold apples and came to Snow White.
Won't you have a sweet apple, my dear?
Why, thank you. It looks so nice.
The moment Snow White bit into the apple, she collapsed. Yes, it was a poison apple. When the dwarfs came home, they were surprised to find Snow White on the floor.
Snow White, please wake up!
The dwarfs tried to wake her up, but nothing happened.
Oh, Snow White is dead!
The 7 dwarfs were filled with sadness.
Let's make a beautiful glass box for our beautiful Snow White.
The dwarfs decided to make a glass box to put Snow White in. When the glass box was finished, they put Snow White inside. Snow White looked as though she was asleep inside the box. Just when the dwarfs were mourning, a prince riding a horse came by.
Nay, nay!
She is so beautiful. She doesn't look like she is dead. Can I take her back to my castle? The prince asked the dwarfs. The dwarfs nodded their heads. When the dwarfs lifted the glass box, a bit of the poison apple suddenly fell out of Snow White's mouth. Snow White opened her eyes.
Snow White is alive!
Everyone was happy. When the prince picked up Snow White, her face became as red as a rose. The prince took Snow White back to his castle and married her, and they lived happily ever after.